Hey everybody, it's me, Felicia, aka Little Woman One. Today is Halloween. I'm about to go out to get some hair to do somebody's hair, but I wanted to come on here to do a vlog, and I think I'm going to start it on my Little Woman One channel, but I am going to initially transfer certain videos onto my Felicia Naturally Unique. I'm just confused on what I'm going to do, so I might be posting this on my initial YouTube video channel. Give me 1 second. So yeah, I'm going to the store to get the hair to do hair. Right now I have my goddess twist into a ponytail that I didn't use a scrunchie. I kind of wrapped the own hair around each other. And yeah. So vlog, yes. I'm still getting quite used to doing this. So yesterday I went and I seen a movie called see if I can see how that looks. So I seen a movie yesterday called Cloud Atlas. Wonderful, wonderful movie. I would recommend everybody in the whole world to go see the movie. It was a extremely incredible movie. Had a lot of messages, it had a lot of meaning, it had a lot of action, it had a lot of violence, which I do not like at all, but because it was so much in one, it was, you know, worth seeing, minus the violence. It's definitely had a lot of metaphysical and spiritual messages in that movie. So for people that are, you know, definitely like to interpret movie and pull the truth out of the movies they play in the media, this is one of those movies that I would definitely highly recommend to see. Yeah, I gained, I don't want to say I gained, but it's displayed a lot of truth to the movie. It has a lot of truth in it, and even the order, even the color that they used, certain characters as far as the way they painted the tribes or their faces, and it was really good. I definitely would recommend people to go see that movie while I was getting money out here. As you can see, I'm in the car, so if you see me looking straight forward, you know why. I do want to just come in here to just talk about us. I told you guys that I wanted to do spiritual, more vlogs, more, you know, you getting to hear my opinions and stuff, because I'm a very person that has my own mind. I'm a critical thinker, so I definitely, you know, love researching spiritual things. You can call it conspiracy theory. And I asked God to use, to give me discernment to you know, distinguish truth, you know, because even me talking right now, I'm only a fragment of God's consciousness. I am not the whole complete God consciousness, but I do have God's consciousness, and truth is within me. I haven't awakened all parts of truth within me, but I have truth within me. Each individual has truth in them, whether they're aware of it or not. A lot of people are still sleeping. Their consciousness is still sleeping. They have not awoken that part. They have, you know, they can be intelligent and successful in the human perspective, but far as spiritual and metaphysically, they are sleeping, or you consider them zombies, dead, or whatever. There's, you know, humans, we only use 10% on average of our brain, which goes to show you that, you know, we have so much that we have yet to awaken or discover within ourselves, and we have so much capabilities that we have yet to explore. Within saying all that, this, you know, definitely after seeing that movie, and already, you know, I guess I told you guys before, I always wanted to do more meaningful messages on my YouTube channel. Not saying hair is not meaningful, but we're at really great times here on earth, and it's just exciting. I used to dwell in like nervousness, but I'm more excited than anything. Even though I don't know what to expect, I just trust in the Creator of protecting and just, you know, being at the right place at the right time all the time. So I trust in the Creator, and I trust that I do my part, what I came here to do, and trust that, you know, everybody does do their part, and people will come into the awareness of self and their own God. But okay, I don't really have a focal point in this video, which might throw some people off, but I'm just talking so you can take what you get. I was just talking with somebody last night. We were messaging each other back and forth, and I was talking about how we are here on earth as a training course, and we're here to experience the human experience, but it's also a spiritual training course for us. But because a lot of us kind of run and skate in beats as far as repeating a cycle, repeating history, you know, it might be a different face, newer technology, but as far as the issues as human beings, we're still, you know, repeating the chaotic patterns. Yeah, so some people have ascended and some people have descended, and some people ascended, you think, you know, that civilization just, you know, went extinct, but they ascended to a different realm. And I can't speak on which you know, ancient civilization that has prophecies of this whole 2012 thing. And even though we use the number of 2012, and you know, everything has significant meaning of why they use it, and I'm not going to sit here and say I know great details and all that, but I know that everything is a significant reason. But you cannot, you know, take things literally all the time, just like you cannot take the Bible literally. And if you're a spiritual person, you should know this. You should know not to take things literally, but to literally take the metaphysic and spiritual meaning of things, you know. But you have to definitely ask God, you know, to give you the capability of discernment, so you were able to distinguish between, you know, personality or subjective views versus truth, because everybody has a degree of truth. Even in a lie, it's a certain degree of truth. It's in order for you to decode that. And yeah, basically we're here as a training course, and also to enjoy every, you know, bit of the human experience it is for us to offer. It is, you know, here for us to offer. But it's just an amazing time to be here. And it's, you know, despite all the issues that people have created in this world, you know, like, I definitely just trust that God is going to handle things, and I'm not one of those people to sit back and say that, okay, yeah, God's going to handle things, as if I am not a fragment of God's consciousness. So if I'm in the physical vessel, then I'm going to utilize my vessel to do God's will for me to do. You know, I don't like the people that sit back and, you know, like, they don't do their part. You know, they ignore that whisper, that, you know, they ignore that inner voice, and they try to, you know, dismiss the responsibility that they should be stepping up to do their part in being here on earth. You know, why are you in physical manifestation if you're not going to do your part? So I'm making sure I do my part. You know, that's the only thing I can do, and I'm hoping that every last person that is in there a slight bit of awareness, at least they, you know, wake up and they do their part of what they're supposed to do, and they let Spirit and God move them in the direction they're supposed to move, because I mean, we need every bit of it. Anyways, I was talking about repeative patterns, and I make this symbol because, or, you know, this symbol, I want to say us, you know, some people call it spiral dynamics, or spiral. You know, like you just start spiraling up, and each loop it gets bigger and bigger, and you move up to a higher level, yet you're still circling around. And that's really how we really work. You know, we think that things are linear, or we've learned the concept of linear time, you know, everything just goes in a straight timeline or straight pattern, but ultimately the real thing is that we are we spiral up. And I wish, you know, maybe I will talk about this further in another video. I definitely can't wait to, you know, see you guys' comments and thoughts on what I'm speaking of, and I'm hoping I'm making sense to some people. But we go through these patterns. When you watch the movie, it's a good movie, but I'm not even going to really give details on the movie. I just would recommend you to see this movie, and yeah, I'll just do that because I don't want to spoil. I know there is a guy out there that made his interpretations from the movie, and I definitely have my own interpretations, and maybe a little later, you know, to give people enough time to see the movie for themselves, and I would love to hear their own concepts. I would put out my thoughts on the movie, but my thoughts on the movie, I can just keep going in and in on the movie just because there's so many angles you can look at as far as the messages that are displayed in the movie. But back to spiral dynamics, or just, you know, the spiral concept. That's what, you know, that's what we are doing. Everything is all connected. You know, you and I are connected. The person next to you, the person you're in a relationship with, everything is a reflection of you. Everything is a reflection of you, even though we try to separate ourselves as, you know, our human self, it separates and has, you know, has this thing where it has to distinguish the difference of I'm me, you are you. You're separate, disconnection between the next person, but every last person here occupying, you know, the occupying the space and time, we are all connected. And even people that you can't see in this realm are still connected to us. And in order for the whole entire consciousness of everybody that's connected, you know, like I said, everything is a spiral process, and you have, you know, certain entities, certain people that you know, go through life. And I just know, me personally, I don't know if you guys believe in reincarnation, and it's not whether you believe it or not, it's whether are you aware of the concept of reincarnation. But, you know, I personally know in my heart, know in my spirit, in my soul, I know that I've been here various times before. I'm an old soul in a 23-year-old body, and that might spook closed-minded people out, but that's me. And been here a few times before, and I've made a lot of the same mistakes in different lifetimes. And the reason I came is to experience this different path, you know, and play my roles out, and experience different parts of life for it has to offer for me. And I've learned a lot of different things, and I'm still learning to this day. As long as I am, you know, as long as I have a conscience, I can't talk. As long as I am conscious, I know that I will always be learning. And as long as I'm here in this realm, I'm meant to learn. It doesn't matter your age, your occupation. I can't talk today, you guys. Occupation. It doesn't matter your occupation. I'm sorry. It's a combination of me trying to focus on driving, and it's rush hour right now. It doesn't matter your degree, your occupation, how long you've been here. You know, all the things we use to justify or why we know more than the next person, or why we can't learn from the next person. And I should have went to this beauty supply store right here, and I can't get over. Sucks. But we have a lot to learn. And I've repeated a lot of things, a lot of the same mistakes in different lifetimes. And it was at one point where I asked God, you know, because my spirit was crying out where I wasn't even aware at this time. Why am I making the same mistakes? God, stop allowing me to suffer. And then God spoke to me and said, stop doing the same thing. So, I know there's a saying, you know, why do people do the same thing but expect different results? Now, that is insanity. And insanity is where, metaphysically, that is hell. Because your spirit, a part of you suffers because you're sitting here going like this, but the God consciousness in you wants to spiral up. It wants to ascend, not continue to skate in eights. You know, and because of the free will, we have the power to ascend, stand still, or descend. You know, and we have a lot of people descending, and we have a lot of people skating in eights, just skating in eights, doing the same exact thing as humans, as long as we've been here in existence. Even though throughout the multiverse we are considered young, but far as why is it taking us so long to get certain things, and we descended, you know, far as some of our ancestors had, you know, powers that is kind of deactivated for us because we have descended ourselves where we lost certain abilities and forgot who we were. Yeah, so I didn't really get into these great details with that person, but I guess this is my rant about this stuff, and I don't even know what to call it. But, you know, and so, I don't know, right now it's a time where, you know, the whole 2012, people have their different interpretations, different, you know, takes on what's going to happen, what's happening, because the whole 2012 thing has already started, you know, as far as the changes taking place. And I can't sit here and say that I know the exact date that it started, but as far as the phase of transitioning has already begun. And it's pretty beautiful to see the transitions within people, and just to know that I transitioned myself into where I am right now today is just a beautiful thing. So I am going to cut this video off, and I will talk the rest out while I get in the house. So stay tuned for part 2, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Let me know your opinions and your thoughts on what I'm speaking of. You know, I know there's going to be closed-minded people that watch this video, and I just honestly pray that there's something in you to open you up, because you can't, I mean, unfortunately, the closed-minded people are one of those people that's going to have to keep repeating certain things until they finally open up to really understand certain things, because they're so closed-minded. And you know, it's okay. I feel like it's okay to have one focal point in what you believe in, but there's so much out there. Like, why do you think we're all here on earth with different perspectives and opinions all at one time? For you to just believe in one certain belief, or to be told, you know, like you only listen to one group or collective of people, and you dismiss out certain people based off their race, their age, and the little things we use. They are little things compared to the bigger picture, but the things we use to hinder us from our spiritual growth and journey. And we can gain so much if we take down the barriers we put up, we've been taught and trained to put up based off of doctrinated or dogma beliefs. So definitely let me know your guys' opinion. I will be talking more about this at a more appropriate setting when I'm capable of thinking fully on this video. So as you can see, I'm stumbling with my words and my attention as far as me looking at the camera. But I'm at an intersection, so I am going to go.